thought that was the whole point of getting into real estate investing, so that I could quit my job.
Yes, that's right. That's the whole point of doing it. But if you quit your job before you actually build up a portfolio of cash flow to replace your income, then you're going to be left in a position where no bank is going to want to give you money.
One of the first things that people ask us when we got into real estate is, how did you get started in all of this?
So today we're going to talk through what you need to know before you get started real estate investing.
With so many different ways to buy houses now, like no down payment options as well as low down payment options, I was surprised with how much down payment was required when getting into real estate investing.
Usually banks want you to have skin in the game since it's an investment property, and theoretically you can walk away from this property at any time. So having skin in the game is important. So with 15 to 20% down payment is usually standard. So that is something that you should know upfront before you get started real estate investing.
So I hate to break it to you, if you were hoping to get into this with a no down payment system, probably going to be a little bit tricky for you.
Before you get started on your real estate investing journey, you want to make sure that in addition to your down payment, you have reserves. Now, reserves are basically just cash deposits that you have sitting in a savings account just in case of emergency happens in real estate.
And ideally, this means that you would have a little bit more money saved up than just that 15 to 20% down payment needed. I can remember in our first rental home, we completely renovated this house before getting tenants in it. And as soon as tenants moved in, I want to say maybe it was the first week they were in there.
It was the first week.
Yeah, a pipe burst in the wall and it caused sheetrock damage. There was a leak. So you can never truly plan, even if you just did a full renovation, for what could happen. And that's where reserves can really save you.
And to touch on another point, if you were trying to flip a house, the thing with flipping houses is you tear things out, you demo out, and the more you demo, the more problems you find. And a lot of times just walking through the property before you close on it, you may not see everything that's going on. Having that reserve is kind of like a cushion to know that you're good. If anything comes up that you didn't plan for, you got some money saved up so you're not in the red or you're not strapped for cash. Make sure to have reserves before you start investing in real estate. I think something very important to mention, Nicole, is setting your strategy when it comes to real estate investing. There are very different paths you can take to invest in real estate. Wholesaling, fix and flip, rental properties, there's different avenues that you can go. You want to make sure that you have a basic idea of what all the strategies entail, the processes and procedures. But when you're starting, you want to pick one.
Picking one specific strategy is of utmost importance. And on top of real estate investing, I almost see this from a different angle as well. As a realtor working with investors or people who want to start getting into investing, there are so many people that I meet with who maybe have those reserves saved up, they're ready to go.
Yeah.
And then they're so excited about investing for the first time that they get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
They see all these different properties that the strategy that they want to go with completely goes out of the window.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I could flip it, I could wholesale it, I could rent it, I could do this, I could do the BRRRRRRRR. Which one should I choose? Our advice is to have a basic understanding of all the strategies involved in investing in real estate, but pick the one that resonates with you the most.
Right. And that doesn't mean that you have to stick with that one strategy forever, but it's going to be very important when you are looking at properties to keep your strategy in mind so you can find the best house that meets your goal so that you can be successful in your first investment.
The great thing about getting educated on the various strategies, it gives you flexibility in terms of what if a strategy doesn't work out. But because you have that base knowledge of other things you can do, you have another way out. For example, you buy a house to fix and flip it. Now, what if we happen to be in a market where no one is interested in buying a house at that point in time? Well, if you know how to rent, then you can take that house, rent it to a tenant for a year. And if you know strategies when it comes to refinancing, you could refinance to get your money back and to put into another investment property. I just wanted to throw that out there as an example of how knowing different strategies can help. All right, guys, this next one is very important. Make sure that you do not quit your job before you start. What?
What? I thought that was the whole point of getting into real estate investing, so that I could quit my job.
Yes, that's right. That's right. That's the whole point of doing it. But if you quit your job before you actually build up a portfolio of cash flow to replace your income, then you're going to be left in a position where no bank is going to want to give you money. And you need money to invest.
This is true.
The truth is, investing in real estate, depending on how much involved you want to be in, can be sometimes stressful. For example, if you decide to start your investment journey by flipping houses and you decide that you want to be in charge of finding the contractors or finding the properties to flip, tasks like this are very time consuming and it may be hard for you to keep up with your job. So you may be tempted to quit your job just because maybe you made or you're anticipating making like 20, 30,000 on one flip. But the thing is, your job is very important in order to continue and build your real estate portfolio.
At the end of the day, lenders care about consistency. They care about that recurring income coming in. And although it may be tempting to quit your job when you know that you're going to be making $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 on a property, and maybe that's your whole paycheck for a full year, there's no guarantee as to when you will be able to do that again.
True.
And a lender just isn't going to give you a loan because you closed one big deal like that. They have to see the consistency.
Exactly.
Another thing that's really important if you're considering investing is a good understanding of the real estate market as a whole, like general supply and demand, but also what your local real estate market is doing.
Understanding the real estate market where you are is very, very important. I was scared before I got my first rental property. I was scared because there was this unknown when it came to real estate and when it came to renters and finding good renters and managing property. I didn't know anything about how to fix anything in the house. So that scared me. I didn't know anything about the market for renters or the market for flipping, what buyers wanted. Getting to understand the real estate market, getting to understand the things that people want in their houses, getting to understand the things that renters are looking for when it came to a rental and how to find them, gave us the peace of mind that we needed to jump right into it and buy that first rental property and find that first renter and just start real estate investing. And the good thing is, once you start, as long as you start, you're going to keep learning. And the more you learn, the more you grow.
For sure. And I definitely think that in our specific case, me getting into real estate as a realtor helped break down a lot of the nervousness that we had about the market and what buyers were looking for and what the rental market was like. In addition to understanding your local market, it's very important to know that real estate investing is not a means to get rich quick.
Real estate investing takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. And if you're thinking or looking at it as a way you can make a bunch of money real quick, yes, you could probably make a bunch of money at some point. But to consistently make a bunch of money takes time. It's a goal of real estate investing, I feel like, for a bunch of people, is to create passive income, to be financially free. So looking at it as a way to get rich quick, you might be disappointed.
Another thing that we learned really quickly that would have kind of been nice to think about before getting started is how forming a business to run your real estate investing through can provide you with a lot of tax benefits.
Forming a business is super important. Different structures, different LLCs and corporations, depending on what strategy of investing in real estate you're doing, have more advantages over the others. So it is in your best interest to find a good CPA who is aware of real estate investing and loopholes to create the structure that matches what you're trying to do before you get started investing in real estate.
For sure. CPAs are definitely worth their weight in gold. So I think it's very important, if you don't already have one, connect with one before you even make your first investment, because that's going to get you set off on the right foot. And then when tax time comes around, you're not going to be freaking out.
Yeah, exactly. Because you want to have it all set up so you can get the best benefits of real estate, which is one of the biggest reasons why people invest in real estate anyways, is the tax benefits. And you can't get those tax benefits if you don't have your business set up correctly for the strategy you're doing. Okay, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video today and learned something new. If you did, give this video a whooping thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button because we make videos about investing, flipping, rental properties. We want you to join our journey here on our channel.
And let us know which one of these surprised you. If you're already investing in real estate, did you know all of these up front, or did you have to learn some hard lessons around the way?
Drop us a comment below.